Thank you for staying with us. Gary Al Smith, and this is the sport. Later today at 4 p.m., the Black Queens, that's the senior national team, the female national team, will take on Guinea in the second leg of qualifiers for the 2024 Olympic Games at the Accra Stadium. Ghana has a 3-0 advantage after a resounding win in Conakry a couple of days ago. And the team held a final training session yesterday where the coach Nora Huptel cautioned the players against complacency. Joy Sports' Lawrence Beatty was there and has the rest of the story.
The Black Queens command a 3-0 advantage from the first leg after the victory in Conakry last Friday. The team held its final training ahead of the game on Monday evening, with all 23 players completing the session. The return fixture against Guinea will be the 5th game for Nora Huptel since she was appointed as the head coach of the side. During the 4 games played, the Black Queens have scored 10 goals and conceded 0 in that period, winning all as well. Speaking before the team's training, the Swiss coach said Ghana has a tradition of controlling games and she's trying to implement that.
Of course, it's in our DNA in Ghana to be very creative, to have ball possession, to play offense, to take the initiative in the offense. But also there you need to know which spaces you can find against his opponent. We try to create a high rate of chances. Our XG factor, so what we put then in the goal out of these chances can still be developed much more. In Guinea we could have scored 6-7 goals. So also there we want to still develop and are very hungry, to score more goals. Behind we have a clear tactical frame also for the defense. It's also then a lot of discipline. It calls to make the runs, and then we come back to our values. Are we selfless and run in the defense for each other and fight for each other? And I think we did it pretty well against Guinea. But tomorrow it's a new game, and we need to stick back to those values.
Portia Boache, who is the captain of the side, also added that the team will not be complacent against Guinea, despite boasting a 3-goal advantage, and will play again for the win on Tuesday.
I know we have a mission ahead of us, and I trust my girls very much that we are going to qualify. And as a captain, I always talk to my girls because adiebi eba emma easy upe bibi ana bibi siwani suwa I was say onkonkodin ansa na on say to me I aka the chrono. So anytime biano me no mo kasa, sometimes me kasa chiro mo one-on-one, and they are ready to work for me and my coaches. So we are really prepared for this qualification.
Prior to Ghana's training session, Guinea were at the stadium earlier, and speaking to the press, the head coach of the team said they will play to honor their country against the Ghanaians. The Black Queens will face the winner of the game between Guinea-Bissau and Benin should they go past Guinea.
To men's football, and Ghanaian forward David Akam has entreated the Black Stars to ensure that Ghana qualifies for the 2026 World Cup. His comments come following the qualification draw where Ghana was pitched alongside countries like Mali and Madagascar in Group I. Now, according to him, the benefits of playing in the World Cup are huge for the country and the individual players.
I know the benefits of qualifying to World Cup, and the next World Cup is in USA, and that's huge. And I know I'm here in the USA, and I know what the USA are preparing. They are preparing for a great World Cup. And for me, I think it will be even better or bigger than what we saw in Qatar. So this is the world showpiece, and every country wants to be there. So if we want to be the best, want to be considered as the best country in football, then we have to be here. We have to do everything to be here. And for me, as I said, it's always possible to qualify if we do the right things. And of course, there's a lot of work to do, but we have to be here in the World Cup. I remember Ghana played USA in the Connecticut in 2017, and it was huge. There's a lot of Ghanaians in USA and Canada, and they turned the game into like a carnival. They were having fun, and it shows the support that we have here in USA. So if we qualify to the World Cup, then I think in our game, it will be massive because we are known for supporting our team, especially everywhere we go. So we have to do everything to qualify to the World Cup.
Tell me about the kinds of lessons you picked up from our participation or the failure at the World Cup in Qatar.
I think we just didn't prepare enough. We were not ready. I can say we were not ready because we were not even sure when we had Nigeria. Everyone thought like we were going to lose, so we weren't even ready to play that game. But we managed to qualify, and when we qualified, there was not enough time for us to prepare. The most lesson I learned was we just have to prepare, because if you don't prepare, you don't win. And at the moment we have time. We have enough time to prepare. And I just saw they just announced their football DNA, and it's just from the beginning. We just have to sow. If you don't sow, how can you reap? So we have time now. We just have to start preparing, start sowing the seeds that will help us to achieve in the future.
Still on the World Cup qualifiers, Black Stars team manager was on Joy FM Game Plan on Friday, and among the many things he said was that he's sure the team will make it out of the group. He believes that Group I is level in terms of quality. Ghana is capable of qualifying for the global showpiece.
For instance, if we had, say, an Egypt, a Morocco, or a Senegal in our group, we'll be here focusing on how to beat the others, but then we'll prepare very especially for teams like Morocco, Senegal, and all the likes. The reason why this one is very, very difficult, and I think Cicho made the point, we found it very difficult beating some of these sides in recent times. For me, my first impression was that perhaps it's divine. Perhaps we are being given an opportunity to correct the wrongs in our recent past. Okay, if we are going to make it to the World Cup, it means that we need to get results against these teams. And if we get results against these teams, then probably would have avenged the poor results and the poor showing we've had against these teams.
So it's double joy.
Yeah, so I saw it as an opportunity for us to correct, the wrongs that we've made in the past, especially in the Comoros, Central African Republic,
Madagascar,
and then Madagascar. It gives us an opportunity, but like you said, it also gives them an opportunity to inflict more pain and misery on us. So
I feel like Mali would be feeling very confident.
They should be, but
because their record against Ghana recently.
The reason why I want us to also feel confident is that
at all levels,
in the past 20 years or so, in qualification to the World Cup, we've shown that. Except for the lead up to the 20, even with that, it was because of exceptional circumstances. We all know. But when it came to qualifiers for the World Cup, when it came to the crunch, Ghana has always showed up.
Yeah,
that's true.
Ghana has always showed up when it came to the crunch. When the chips were down, when you needed a result, in some instances we even out impressed ourselves. If
like against Nigeria,
like against Egypt, in that playoffs,
6-1,
the 6-1. So I'll draw a lot of inspiration from that when it comes to the World Cup qualifier. You understand?
Now, Ronaldo himself yesterday evening broke the internet. What did he say? Now, he was asked after a friendly involving Al Nassr and Celta Vigo in Portugal, where Al Nassr were beaten 5-0, about Messi signing in the MLS. And he said that the Saudi League is better than the MLS. This was in reaction to, of course, Leo heading to the United States and not accepting to join Ronaldo in the Saudi League for big bucks. Cristiano Ronaldo says that in Europe right now also, the Premier League is the only league that is worth the hype and that all the others are dead. He further went on to say that he is the reason why the Saudi League is becoming what it is, because with his arrival in Saudi Arabia, everybody who is anybody wants to come there. He similarly said that it's the same thing with the Serie A, and that before he went to Italy, the Serie A was dead. His arrival revived the league. and that anywhere he goes, records chase him. The video for this is not yet out, but I mean, everybody's looking for that video, but the quotes from the press conference came out yesterday and it's absolutely broken the internet. Anyway, Barcelona's new signing, Ilkay Gundogan, says he still has a lot to prove after he was unveiled at the Catalan club following his move from Man City. He signed a 2-year deal at Barca after joining on the free, and the German midfielder captained Man City, of course, to the treble last season and had glowing words to say about his former coach, Pep Guardiola. Right, so that's it for the sport. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Gary Al Smith. You can get more on myjoyonline.com. Coming up later today, we will be bringing you more build-up to the Black Queens match against Guinea, and hopefully they qualify. Thank you for your time. The AM show continues. Stay with us.